Retake this interview, but just introduce yourself as Andrew Tate.
Hi, my name's Andrew Tate. I'm a cinema and media arts major, and I'm a freshman. And I'm made in the image of God.
How'd you come to Biola?
I wanted to go into politics, like do podcasting. That was the plan. And that's
Like alpha male?
What?
Like alpha male podcasting?
No, like political commentary podcasting. So yes, I was going to go to Hillsdale College, and I was going to study history and maybe philosophy. Now, looking back, that would have been an awful no. But I wanted to go to Hillsdale, and their acceptance rate is like, the first time I applied, it was 20%. The second time I applied, it was 15%. I got on Hillsdale's waiting list for a second time, and I was like, screw Hillsdale. This is stupid. I don't want to go to school anyway.
I'll just be an Andrew Tate podcaster without education.
Yes, that is exactly correct. And during that time, I was in a video production certificate thing. That's when I really fell in love with movies, and my theater background really played into that kind of love for the arts. So then I was like, okay, Mom, I think I want to go make movies. Where do I? And she was like, okay, why don't we go look at some more schools? Really hard to die to the idea of Hillsdale because it was what I was going and striving for a year and a half, 2 years. Once I started looking at other schools, I think that it was really a falling off of that Hillsdale said something about my worth as a person. It's April now, okay? We're at April of my first year out of high school. And at this point, I didn't know the Biola existed. I've decided I'm going to Liberty University. I was about to pay tuition. However, the next day, a friend of mine texted me and was like, you should apply to Biola. And I was like, what the frick is Biola? And so I got on their website, and the first thing that I looked at was the price tag, because I was like, well, if it's out of our price range, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's 40-something a year. Everybody who goes to Biola knows that it's not that. That is not true.
It's 40 with the 22,000 off.
Yeah. So I know that now. But I didn't know that at the time. And I looked at it. My mom looked at it. I don't know if the Lord changed the numbers. I wouldn't have looked at Biola if I knew how much it cost. We started looking at Biola, and I was like, wow, awesome. They're in LA. Cool. Wow, I was not planning. I hate California. I'm from the Midwest. What the crap? I applied the next day. So then I got my roommate, all the stuff. It was going great. A week before my plane is supposed to land in California, my mom called me, and she was like, hey, we're trying to pay your tuition right now. It's twice as much as we thought it was going to be. We're going to be praying, but you're going to start looking at Liberty again. A tear rolls down my cheek. The day after, my grandpa passed away this summer. Well, last summer, I suppose. We were on our way to Michigan to bury my grandfather's ashes. When you want to talk about a story that's beauty from ashes, this is literally that, because my uncle walks up to my mom and he goes, by the way, Beth, I just want to let you know that you're probably going to be receiving annual gifts from Dad, probably 15 to 20 grand a year for the next couple years. My mom came to me and she was like, you're going to Biola. So when I tell you that it was the Lord's orchestration for me to be here, and that financially there's no way that I would have been here, it's a miracle of God that I'm here. And so when people are like, yeah, I just chose Biola, I'm just like, you what?
Do you have anything else you want to share? This could be your big political podcast break right now.
No. Nazis are bad.
Well, there you have it, folks. Yeah, thanks so much for joining me on Let's Talk Testimonies. Tune in next time for another testimony, hopefully, because there's a lot. And I have a lot of friends who talk almost as cool as Andrew Tate. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.